Imagine this. You are parked in a big clearing, and surrounding you are tall pine trees. You have your favorite chair, and you're sitting outside. The sun is just kind of warming you. It's not hot, it's not cold. There's a slight breeze coming through, and you start to listen. And the only thing you can hear are squirrels, or maybe a bird, or maybe just the breeze blowing through the trees. And as you're sitting there, you're thinking, it's quiet here. Take the same chair and let's move it into the suburbs. Let's move it into one of those places where the houses are all, they look the same. They have postage stamps, backyards, and that's where I want you to take your chair, into the backyard. You can bring a book if you want, but just sit there. Maybe the sun is warming you. There's a little breeze, but it can't get through the slats in the fence that's surrounding your postage stamp, and so maybe the sun is a little too warm for you. And as you sit there, you listen. And instead of hearing birds and squirrels, you hear traffic. Maybe you hear train whistles. Maybe you hear barking dogs, a lawnmower, a weed whacker, motorcycles, a muscle car. And you suddenly realize that the only thing you can think about is all of the stuff that's going around and this cacophony of noise that is surrounding you. So what I mean when I say how van life can give you life, if you go back to your first scenario and you're sitting in the quiet and you're kind of just letting your thoughts be there, this may be scary at first. It kind of was for me, I have to tell you. As I get out there and it's quiet and my thoughts are there and I start analyzing what I'm actually thinking, because now I don't have all of these distractions and I'm just thinking. And it was scary. But as I sit there in the quiet in front of my van in my favorite chair, I began to think about me and who I was and what I liked and what I didn't like. And I really began to get to know myself. And I was afraid to do that because I didn't know really if I was going to like myself or not. But it wasn't anything that I was ever going to be able to do in the suburbs because there was just too much noise to ever be able to let a thought materialize in your head. So how van life gave me life was the ability to be able to sit in the quiet and think about life. The only dog I ever heard bark was mine when he barked. There's a squirrel. We happen to be in the suburbs right now. So he's barking at everything that goes by. And this is just part of the quiet that you don't get in the suburbs. Come here. Now, that's not to say he doesn't bark when we go out in the woods. He tries to chase a squirrel and he might bark at it. But somehow it's just different. So when you're out there, you get to actually hear your own thoughts. Finally, look, I can hear my own thoughts. And my thoughts toward you. And as I said, again, it was a little scary at first. It was. But I went through that process, and it's still an ongoing process. But the more I spend time alone out in the woods or the desert, the better I get to know myself. And I have to tell you, even though I've had a tumultuous life, I kind of like myself. I really do. So when the silence finally envelops you in the quiet and you can see all of the stars at night and you don't hear anything except nothing, it's just an amazing feeling that you never get when you don't go there. Maybe you've gone on vacation and not to Disney World, but maybe gone camping somewhere out in the woods and you got a little taste of it. Maybe then you had to go back to reality and it wasn't quite so much fun. But you also, when you live in a van and you live in nature more than you do in a city, then you get your own rhythm going on. It's not, it's, you don't live by a clock anymore. You eat when you're hungry. You sleep when you're tired. You don't have to think about things like, what am I going to wear today? Because you really only have 2 outfits anyway. You don't think about what you're going to have for dinner because you don't have a big pantry. You just kind of start evolving into this new life that you have, that van life has actually given you. For me, it's amazing. It really is. Again, I was a little bit afraid when I started, but now I'm ecstatic. And unfortunately, I've been in the suburbs for 3 weeks and it's driving me crazy. The noise is just too much. It's too much noise. I can't wait to get back out there. And you get to a place where you feel like what you have now, I have 70 square feet. What I have now is enough. I don't need anything else. I like living out in nature. I don't go to campgrounds because even in campgrounds, there's too much stuff going on. But van life has actually given me my life back. And it can do that for you too. I mean, there's other ways, don't get me wrong. But for me, it taught me who I was, that I didn't need a clock, that I didn't need everybody else's drama, that I liked myself, and that I didn't want to change. Finally, van life gave me life. I hope you can do that too in some way. Maybe you want to get into van life. I don't know. Maybe that's someplace that you've thought about doing and going. If you have, don't forget to watch my Dream to Drive series, which the link is in the description below. And if you want to book a one-on-one van life strategy session, let's do that too and get you on the road. But van life gave me my life back. Or maybe it just started my life for me. And maybe that can work for you too. So think about that. Put yourself in scenario 1 and scenario 2 and tell me which one you like better. I love to hear your comments. So that's it for today. We'll see you tomorrow.